beneath the darkest waters on Earth, where no light survives and no sound escapes. Their moves an American giant the world hopes never awakens, a U.S. Navy submarine engineered to vanish into the ocean like a phantom and strike like the fury of a collapsing star, armed with missiles powerful enough to end a nation in a single decisive moment. Imagine a weapon so silent it becomes part of the sea, a vessel so advanced that even the most sophisticated enemy technology can't detect it. A steel titan gliding under the waves with one mission carved into its core: ensure that America remains untouchable. This is more than a submarine. It is a message, calm, cold, unstoppable, reminding every rival on the planet that when the United States chooses silence, it chooses supremacy, and when the silent monster rises, the world holds its breath. From the crushing depths of the ocean to the blazing skies above the clouds, the power of the United States Armed Forces flows like an unbroken river of strength, duty, and relentless determination, forming a shield around a nation built on courage, resilience, and sacrifice. And the submarine, the silent monster navigating, unseen through the vast oceans, is only one piece of a much greater force, a force that lives in every soldier marching under the unforgiving sun, in every pilot gripping the controls of a roaring fighter jet, in every sailor holding steady on the deck of an aircraft carrier as waves explode against steel, and in every marine stepping into danger with eyes sharp, spine straight, and heart steady. These warriors are the living engines of America's dominance. Men and women trained to turn fear into focus, chaos into clarity, and uncertainty into unstoppable action. They move with discipline that does not crack, loyalty that does not bend, and courage that does not fade. Because they know one truth: freedom survives only when strong people defend it. Deep beneath the waves, U.S. Navy submariners navigate a world without sunlight, a world where silence is armor and precision is breath, where every dial, every sound, every vibration matters, and where hundreds of feet of water become both guardian and threat. These sailors live paycheck to paycheck with danger, eating in tight quarters, sleeping beside missile tubes that hold the power of nations, and waking every day knowing that they are the unseen shield of America, the quiet protectors who stand watch while the rest of the world sleeps. Above the ocean's surface, aircraft carriers glide like floating continents, carrying entire air forces on their decks, launching fighter jets that scream into the sky like arrows of thunder. Pilots rise through the clouds, pushing their aircraft to the edge of what the human body can endure, their blood rushing, vision tightening, minds locked into a level of focus only warriors understand, fighting battles that may never be spoken of, ready at every second to defend the United States with unmatched speed and unforgiving accuracy. Behind them, the U.S. Air Force commands the heavens, operating satellites, bombers, stealth aircraft, and machines so advanced the world often mistakes them for science fiction. The F-35 screams across the sky like a lightning strike. The B-21 Spirit glides like a shadow that cannot be seen, and drones circle the Earth with the patience of hunters who never sleep. On the ground, the U.S. Army moves with the weight of American history behind every step. From muddy fields to scorching deserts, from frozen forests to ruined cities torn apart by war, with soldiers who carry rifles, memories, and responsibility heavier than any armor. They train until exhaustion becomes normal, march until their legs burn, fight until their arms tremble, and still stand tall because they know what they protect is bigger than themselves. The Marines, America's first to fight, stand ready with a fearlessness that shakes enemies before the first shot is fired. They do not retreat, they do not hesitate, they do not doubt, for they are built from the spirit of warriors who conquered impossible battles across history. Warriors who were taught not just how to win, but how to dominate. How to strike fast, strike hard, and strike with purpose. Together, the branches form a storm the world fears. Army power on land, Navy control at sea, Air Force command in the sky, Marines shock on the front lines, Coast Guard guardians on the borders, Space Force eyes watching from above. America's missiles rest silently in underground silos, and aboard submarines, not as tools of destruction, but as guarantees of peace. Reminders that the price of aggression is too high for any rival to pay. And while technology evolves, AI-guided weapons, hypersonic missiles, laser defenses, stealth drones, cyber shields, war simulations predicting future conflicts, the heart of American power remains human. The soldier wiping sweat from his brow after a 16-hour march. The pilot whispering a prayer before takeoff. The sailor tightening a bolt in a silent submarine while pressure pounds the hull. The Marine staring into the unknown with unwavering certainty. This is the reason the world hesitates before challenging the United States. It is not just the weapons, not just the machines, not just the submarines that move like silent monsters. It is the Americans who operate them. Stand and watch while storms rage, while enemies plot, while nations rise and fall. These warriors carry the legacy of generations who fought on beaches, in jungles, across deserts, over oceans, and through skies that glowed with fire. They carry the weight of every American who prays for peace, who dreams of a future untouched by war, who sleeps under the blanket of safety created by those who serve. And every time a submarine dives into the darkness, every time a jet engine roars, every time a soldier grips his rifle and stares into the distance, the world is reminded of a truth written into the very soul of America. This nation does not break, does not bow, and does not lose. The United States of America stands undefeated, not because it seeks war, but because it is prepared for war. It stands dominant, not because it demands fear, but because it commands respect. It stands powerful not because of its weapons alone, but because of the hearts that beat within its warriors, steady, fearless, and unshakably free.